Hi, my name is Vlaho. I work here in Infinum, and today I'm going to talk about Reveal. Reveal is a runtime view debugger for iOS, tvOS, and extensions. So, is this lecture commercial? Well, the answer is yes. And also, no, it's not. This lecture is about view debugging. So what is a view debugger? View debugger is a software tool that allows you to inspect all the views in the application. So now you no longer need to print out frames or visualizing your structure in your head. You can see everything on the screen. It also allows you to understand some aspects of the application without actually looking at the code. So now, if you're working after your colleague, you can see if he did something with a collection view, table view, or a scroll view with a lot of content. First, I would like to go over about how does view debugging work in Xcode, and I would like to show you this Xcode 8 runtime error feature that they added just recently to the Xcode 8. View debugging is possible in Xcode since the Xcode 6, if I remember. And the best way to do it is, of course, with a demo. So,
could possibly go wrong.
yeah, of course. Let's switch to this. So here, let's make it a little bit bigger, not this big. So here we have our application that actually my colleague created for another iOS talks. Here we can search for movies, let's say Rocky, for example, because there are a lot of Rocky movies. And now let's switch to the Xcode. What is this? So, okay. Probably something wrong with.
Sorry.
Yes.
We are only recording this part of the screen. You should.
How do I make it better?
You should get back to the previous.
Unmirrored.
I don't think the video will resize. Yeah.
Okay, I'll need to put the Xcode on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Very good.
or here we actually have our views that are currently on the screen. On the left, in this navigator, we can also see those views, but in the hierarchy. We can go through this hierarchy, and those views will be shown on the middle screen. But if we try something like clicking on a view over here, it is not presented in this hierarchy. And I kind of really hate it because sometimes I really want to know where it is in this hierarchy, but I cannot do it. Well, Xcode, of course. Or here, we have a slider that can kind of stretch our view hierarchy. Thank you. And also it can contract it to a 2D-ish model. This first button over here is used to show hidden views. Hidden views are the views that are rendered, like this, the bottom part of this table view cell, but aren't currently presented on the screen. This second one allows us to select, let's say, this table view cell, and now we can see its constraints. We can also select those constraints and see them in here. So here we can see its multiplier, its constant, first item, second item, and so on. So let's unselect this one. This third button, is used to kind of change the things that we're looking at. So we can see only the content, only the wireframes, and content, which is kind of most useful. Press it. This button here kind of just toggles from 2D to 3D, but it can be useful if you kind of scroll into something and then lose focus. Where are you? You can press it, and you'll kind of start from, well, the beginning. This is for just resuming. In here, we have kind of our utility with 4 tabs. So let's kind of focus on this cell. We can focus on cell. So now when we focus on something, we don't have the entire hierarchy. We only have this part of the hierarchy. When we select, for example, this label, we can go here. The first tab is actually useless. Second one is also useless. The third one is where actually it says something about the view. So with this button, we can go and see the implementation of a label. We can also see here the text color, and so on. The last button deals with hierarchy, deals with frames, its positions. So you can see its frame, its bounds, its constraints. These grayed out constraints are the constraints that are created by a machine, and these not grayed out constraints are the one created by a human, probably you. As you can see here, this exclamation mark in purple, you can also see it here. This is actually that runtime error new thing in Xcode 8 that I was talking to you about. So here it says that this label has height and vertical position that are ambiguous. This image view has a height that's ambiguous. So let's go back to the simulator. Where is the simulator? Okay, let me just grab the simulator and put it here. So, well, here everything kind of looks okay to me. But what if we put a smaller image instead of those posters? Let's run the application again. So it started. Let's go search for Rocky once again. And, well, this looks okay. We have our image, we have our label, we have our image, we have our label, but this looks kind of weird. We didn't want that. Let's go to our view debugger. So now we have this image view that can be compressed to fit its content size. And this label is stretched. But, well, we actually don't want that. We actually want our label to be compressed to its content size and our image to be stretched. So we can fix that by adding, oops, wrong thing, by adding some more hugging priority to our label. We can just add one or just bigger than, it has to be bigger than on our image view. So let's run our application again. Search MDB, Rocky, and now everything kind of seems to be okay. We can also, well, let's open our view debugger one last time. And here, there is no more runtime errors. So we can't see them here nor here. So we fixed that error, which is great. Okay, so let's continue. With the presentation. Next, I would like to show you how view debugging works in Reveal. And of course, let's turn back to the second demo. So where is my mouse? We can open our Reveal, and it's opened on the wrong screen, of course. Here. And let's open our application. So now, it kind of looks similar to the Xcode's one, but for those who like black backgrounds, it has one. We're here, we can see our views. Here is this hierarchy, but now, if I press something here, it's actually shown in the hierarchy. So let's speak more for this. It's actually shown here. which is really awesome. Over here, well, let's turn it a bit. So now, when I kind of close this cell, you can see that actually all the views compressed, or get compressed, and that can really kind of help you sometimes when you don't want a lot of views just being rendered on the screen, when you want just something smaller. This one here is really similar to the Xcode, frames or wireframes in Xcode, content, and most useful frames and content. First button over here, you can turn off our constraints and turn them back on. Similar to Xcode, we have the purple ones. The purple ones are human created, and these blue ones are Xcode created, well, machine. We can also see them here. So just let me open again. If you see some purple, okay, let's just, yeah, it's there. It's really hard to see it from here, but let's go to next. This one actually just shows this kind of two views with status bar on the top. We actually really don't use this. This can be turned off. This one, hidden views, it says down here, you probably don't see it. It's similar to the Xcode hidden views, so it can hide or show those hidden views. Now, let's just focus on one of our cells. And we can go over here. Utilities. The first tab just has some pointless information about our app. We don't need this one. The second one, we can see which view controller is this, and we can see which class is this. So this is an image view. The third one is kind of where actually the fun starts. So let's select our label, for example. We can inspect what's on that label, but more interesting, we can actually edit things that are here. So let's, for example, write house. And let me just pull this over here and put simulator here. So now you see, sorry about this. So now you can see that it actually changed on the simulator, and it can also change on the device. So let's, for example, change the color to black, and it instantly change the color. Next one deals with positioning. Frames, bounds, those can also be edited. Here you can see the constraints. You can also edit those. You unfortunately can't delete them, but you can kind of edit them. Here you can also edit the transforms. So if I put the minus here, it will mirror our label. And it's really cool. But this last tab is actually kind of the most interesting one because it deals with layers. And with layers, you kind of need to do it from the code. Well, always you need to do it from the code. Once I had a designer who really liked shadows on everything, and I had to run my application a few times to actually get it right. And when you're doing kind of a big Swift application, it can take a really long time for one build to be run on the simulator. But with this, I can, for example, select this image view. So let's edit some background color, to be red. We can add some corner radius over here. Let's add some shadow. 7 over here. 10 over here. Opacity, let's be 0.8, and radius, let's be 10. So now, well, this kind of looks cool to me. I'm really not a designer, so everything looks okay to me. But the thing is that you can actually edit this really quickly, and also you can actually give a reveal to your designer, and then he can just tweakle with the numbers, and you can just copy what he did, which can save a lot of time. One fun thing with this, since cells are being reused, I can also find this on one of the other cells underneath. So this is all from So let's continue with the presentation. So this has been kind of brief intro into the reveal. Next thing that we actually did, we took this phone and we jailbreaked it and put reveal into some applications. We put it into the App Store, Facebook, Instagram, and what's the last one? YouTube. And now I would like to show you how App Store really looks like. So let's go into reveal. Again. Okay, wrong screen again, sorry. Okay. So this is our App Store. Well, the first thing I actually noticed is this is actually a collection view. This is not a table view. One of the kind of fun cells is this. This is actually a collection view cell that its only purpose is to kind of just put more space over here. This was kind of fun. Next we kind of... What? Sorry. So we can select also this collection view cell. We can expand it more. So here we have a collection view. This is kind of obvious. We knew this was going to happen. So we can also select its inner cell. And let's expand it even more. We have an image, which is okay. But now here we have this SKU attributed string views, which are actually views. Those are not labels. And this was really kind of interesting to me. Next, I went to the categories screen. And I thought to myself, well, this must be a table view. But when I saw it here, it was actually a collection view.
Apple does almost everything with collection views.
Yeah.
This was really weird. Also, I can select this cell, but here I can also say this. There is no label. This is SKU attributed string view. I don't know what is this and why are they using it, but it's okay. Now I went on the updates screen and really didn't hope for anything. I was just looking for if there is maybe any table view in this application. So I found one. It's actually here. I can select it. I can here select one of the cells. And now there are no more attributed string views. We actually have labels, which is kind of really fun for me. Now, I wanted to ask you if anyone of you wanted to see something from the App Store or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram presented like this. Does anybody have a preference?
No, but that explains why App Store is so
Only that part is buggy.
so buggy.
The update part is buggy. Vlaho, you can maybe show us the Facebook.
Open the Super Mario detail page on the App Store.
Super Mario detail. Okay. Need to find Super Mario. Super Mario.
Very specific.
Yeah. Just let it load. Let's. Why can I open it? Okay, so let's reload it. Okay, here we have a Super Mario.
It's a me.
Yep. So, what did you want to see here? Okay, plug.
Can you show us the new alarm in iOS 10, this circular thingy?
I can't, but I'll need some time to put reveal in that application. I can do it after the presentation.
Oh, okay.
Can you show us Instagram?
Okay, let's switch to Instagram. So let's open Instagram. Come on. It just needs to open. So, Instagram. Okay, here we have Instagram. This is actually kind of a lot of views, right? Whoa, this is really, well, a lot of things over here. I don't know what this is. It's kind of weird, but it's okay. This has really a lot of views. Anything specific, Damian?
Depends on who you're following.
What? Other?
No, I just want, it's the new stories feature. I mean, it's
I
not
don't
very
think it reveals layers of
story-
images.
we go to history. Yeah, I just wanted to see the top view, those circular ones.
Yeah, those are.
But that looks kind of strange here.
Yeah. I can get more focus on this thing. So, what do we have here?
What is that?
We have a view. Okay, so it's a view. It's this is what was this? This is a image view with a button with another view. Okay.
With a circular pattern.
Yeah. We have our label here. We have story gradient ring view. It's this one. We have a live creator container view, which holds this holy thingy. We also have, well, let's say this one, this little plus. So yeah, this is kind of the biggest one. This is something. And another label which says live.
It's amazing.
So let's kind of switch to Facebook now. Somebody mentioned Facebook. One thing is interesting for Facebook is Facebook also uses collection view for feed, like Apple does. I don't know why. And Facebook really has a lot of views in their hierarchy. This is whoa. Well, yeah, this kind of bejesus me out when I saw it the first time. We have something here. The same, I think the same screen is here, here, and here. Which is really, and one cool thing I found here, something, let me just scroll it. I found some view called deprecated somewhere here. This was really fun for me. The actual,
search in the
yeah,
tree somewhere.
yeah, it's usually down here, but okay, let me just. No, I think I can search it. This is an older version of Reveal. I couldn't
Okay.
insert a newer version of Reveal.
Okay.
So unfortunately, yeah. Okay, I really can't find it now, but it was somewhere. It really made me laugh to see. It was uppercase, written deprecated on the view.
This actually pretty much sums up why you don't start writing your own frameworks for displaying stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's really a lot of everything in here.
But
I'm
those
still
are maybe,
scrolling.
other view controllers in tab bar.
Which one would you like to see?
I don't think so. I got it.
There's the same stuff.
So, well, we can
You
just.
can go to another tab, and if it's the same, then they're all there.
Okay. So let's go to the last one. Let's reload it for.
Yeah, but you don't think so.
If you get
It
other
should,
one,
it should,
it
it
shouldn't
should
be.
show up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see if it shows the other ones. No.
This is actually a lot smaller than that was.
Yeah.
This programmer got paid a lot less.
Yeah. Probably. So, yeah.
Is this table views?
Where did it go? Where did my hierarchy go? Oh, here it is. So let's go to Facebook stack view. I think it's a stack view. No,
Oh, it's a
here
collection.
we have, no, we have a table view.
Yeah.
And this is a table view, so yeah, it's a table view. Table view row. So yeah, it's table view. Finally, a table view. So, well, let's say this is it with Reveal. I can show you anything else after the presentation. now it's kind of the questions and answer time. Do you have any questions? Yes?
You said you need to install this into your app. Can you just load IPA file of an app into Reveal?
What? Sorry?
The IPA,
No. You need to insert the Reveal framework into your applications. Or sorry, I didn't mention that before. Or you can add a breakpoint, well, special breakpoint, or in your Xcode. For me, kind of the fastest way was using CocoaPods. I put it for only the development builds. But for doing something like this, I needed to use an older version of Reveal. So I needed to hack into the phone and inserted the Reveal into the applications.
All the apps are encrypted, and the only way they are decrypted are when they're loading to the memory. So that's why I need to have a jailbroken phone to actually, so that you can kind of.
If you want, I can show you. I can give you a link to the tutorial how to do it. And any more questions?
I would maybe add just one thing. The difference between the Xcode view debugger and Reveal is mainly that the view debugger in Xcode will stop your application.
Yeah.
Reveal does not. Reveal actually keeps the app running. So, for example, you can do directly view debugging on a running app, do whatever you're doing with the app. When you get back to it, I tried it on different view controllers and navigation, and you can do silly stuff with it. And a really, really good thing that is also in Reveal, and you don't have in the Xcode view debugger, is you can actually see the class even if it's a custom class. Xcode will do
yeah, you can see actually in the Xcode 8, you can see the.
Yeah, but it's if you have a weird hierarchy, it can mess it up. It's silly. Also, in the demo, the image below showed up at the same thing. You scroll down in a cell. You don't have reuse set. Prepare for reuse in the cell. That's why that happened.
Yeah, this is kind of cool to me, but you all know why did that happen. I hope all of you know why did that happen.
I do.
Yeah.